Oh my God, guys, I can just imagine the shock on Donald Trump's face right now. Yes, I know he's very, very shocked, knowing that Burkina Faso will no longer be needing them again when it comes to rice. Yes, will no longer be depending on USAID again when it comes to rice, because they now produce, eat, and even sell their own locally made rice. Thanks to the man of Africa, President Ibrahim Traoré. Hey guys, welcome to Kids Diary. I'm happy to have you back. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. God bless you. And if you're watching me for the very first time, support the channel, guys, by subscribing, liking, and also stating your comment at the comment section. Now, guys, what is this USAID all about? USAID stands for United States Agency for International Development. Now, it is a government agency that is out to support in order to reduce poverty in developing countries, yeah, in poor countries, especially developing countries and other regions. It helps to reduce poverty, helps to improve health and education, support democracy, and also respond to disasters like famine and flood. Now, in a case where a country is experiencing hunger, these people always come in. They can send them rice, wheat, and even cooking oil. Yes, they do this for them. But now, most people complain, and I personally will say that it's a way of making countries to be dependent, because they'll now relax and feel like, oh, they have this USAID helping them out. They'll no longer work. They'll no longer work, use the available resources to work out something for themselves that can actually make them become independent and stop relying on foreign aid or foreign countries for help. Now, Ibrahim Traoré has actually worked so hard together with Burkina Faso people. They have put in so much effort. Remember, they launched this rice farming project sometime a few months ago, right? Now they have worked so hard for it, and there is a result. Yes, there is a result. They are now able to bring out enough rice that they can eat, sell within the country, and even supply outside the country. This is actually a great news. Yes, this is actually a great news, because if you keep on depending on this support system like the USAID, just know that you will never see what you have. You will never utilize your own potentials. But now, if you try to see the available resources that you have and work on it, you see that something will come out from it. Look at Ibrahim Traoré. If he was just depending on, oh, the USAID will send us food, they will give us aid, this and that, they will never know that Burkina Faso can actually produce that much rice. Yes, because most people, there are things that they just feel like it cannot grow, cannot work well in Africa. But the question is, have you tried it out? They will say no, they haven't tried it out. But you keep on saying, oh, it cannot work, it cannot work. If you don't try it out, how will you know that it cannot work? So you need to try it out. So guys, Burkina Faso now is able to sell rice outside the country. Yes, to sell rice outside the country. And this is obviously going to help the country so much, because while they are selling this rice, money is going to be coming into the country, right? And this money is going to help the government in order to build better schools, hospitals, road constructions, and make life very easy for everyone in Burkina Faso. Oh my God, the president is just so amazing. This great idea, these are brilliant ideas. These are just so brilliant ideas. And with this, you know, there will also be I always like to talk about an increased rate of employment, a reduced rate of unemployment, because at the end of it all, when you look at it, it all boils down to employment and unemployment. Now, this is going to reduce unemployment rate. Why? Because farmers will now be working so hard. They know that, okay, they can, if they produce enough, they'll be able to sell. They'll be able to sell outside the country. For that reason, they'll put in so much effort in order to produce this rice. And why they are putting in so much effort, they will need now support. And why they're needing support, they will now want to employ or recruit more workers, right? And when they are recruiting more workers, what happens? Employment rate increases and unemployment rate reduces. And of course, they'll need these workers to help support them in the farm the rice, harvest it, and take it or transport it to wherever it's supposed to go. The same way as factories, big factories that are working on the rice project as well, because in as individual farmers are working on it, there are other big factories that are also working on it. Now these big factories, of course, they are going to reduce a greater rate of unemployment. The rate of unemployment will really reduce, because if big factories are recruiting workers, they're bringing in more workers that will be able to work in the farm, they'll be able to harvest it, clean it, pack it, and then take it to wherever it is needed. You see that the rate of unemployment is going to reduce, while the rate of employment is going to increase, which is actually a good thing for the people of Burkina Faso. Now, it's going to also increase the standard of living the people of Burkina Faso. Yes, it's going to increase the standard of living, because the more they work, they get their money. Of course, they'll have enough money to spend. They'll have enough money to spend, and it's going to make the country stronger. It's going to make a lot of African countries and others admire Burkina Faso, and it's going to open doors for the country that can easily make business, carry out business transaction with other countries, because of course, this country is bringing out a lot of money. They have a lot of ideas, a lot of great ideas. If they can bring out these ideas and you work, it means we can actually work with them, trade with them, and something good will come out of it. So it's actually something that whatever that is being done by the president, it's all boils around increasing the standard. So at the end of the day, increases the standard of living of the people of Burkina Faso, because it reduces unemployment and increases employment rate. Now, I feel some African countries should actually learn from this. They should learn from this, because with all this going on, they will still not learn. But we'll keep on talking every day. Maybe one day they will change their mind. One day they will learn. Yeah, because there are some countries that rice can work well there, but they are not supporting the farmers. President Ibrahim Traoré is not just coming out to make noise. He goes ahead to support the farmers with seeds, support the farmer with fertilizer or whatever that is needed, support the farmers with equipment that are being needed to work. So in as much as there are people that are in other countries that can actually work well, but if they don't have this support, it will be difficult for them. It will be so difficult for them. But Ibrahim Traoré is able to come out and provide all of these things to the people. It makes things very easy. It makes things very easy. And it's going to reduce a lot of crime rate. It's going to reduce, because if there are so many workers that are needed, people are working, people are busy, who have the time to walking around stealing, who have the time to walking around causing crime. So it's a win-win when this happens. It's a win-win when this happens. So some African countries or African leaders should actually pick out something from me. Ibrahim Traoré is doing a great job. And at the end of the day, if whatever he is doing ends up helping almost everyone in the country, almost helping everyone, because most of the project that he's carrying out, if your brother is not working in the rice factory, he will now be working in another factory. We will now be working in another factory, all brought up by Ibrahim Traoré. Recently, they did this Faso Kosam, where they produce milk, where they get fresh milk from cows, and then they come process it, they produce cheese, they produce butter, they produce baby's milk, and so on and so forth. That is just a way of creating more employment opportunities. So guys, so it's actually a great idea. Let me get your own opinion at the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share the video if you find it interesting. Thank you, and have a nice day. Bye bye.